Septa is the Philly way to go.
Well, series victory on the line in today's rubber game, and we're just about ready to go. The roof is open, and the first pitch on the way. It's taken up high for ball one, and we get it away right on time today at 3:11 local time here in Milwaukee. At the belt is Peralta, the righty's pitch. Turner swings and fouls it back off the catcher, Danny Jansen. The mask comes off, and Turner will back out of the box. Plate umpire Chris Siegel will hand deliver a baseball to Peralta to give Jansen a moment. It is a breezy day, a little bit cooler today, 63 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, some sunshine out in left and in center. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, breaking ball. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Turner. Batting .302 with 14 homers. He's 4 for 9 in the series. And Peralta's pitch. And that one missed down and away. Continues to lead the National League in hitting and in total hits with 173. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Turner fouls it off. Defensively, Andrew Vaughn at first. Andrew Monasterio at second. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. Caleb Durbin at third base. And apologies for when I call him Chad. Out in left, it's Churio. Perkins in center and Collins in right. Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball got him. And Turner down on strikes to begin the ball game.
Peralta also has a very quick release, quick arm action. So everything is very deliberate in the windup. It's a slow reach back, and then the arm is very quick. And sometimes with hitters that can really, the fastball, for example, there, it can really get on you and by you.
Now to bring up Kyle Schwarber, trying to break out of a slump. And the pitch. Schwarber takes. That's a little bit high for ball one. Schwarber's average at .243 now. He's 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts in this series. He's walked a few times, but trying to get the barrel on the baseball. The 1-0. And that one misses down and away. It's 2-0 on Schwarber. Comes in with a 24-inning scoreless streak, does Freddie Peralta, the reigning National League Pitcher of the Month, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. He's out front of that changeup. And in his last 15 starts, he's only suffered 1 defeat. Pretty impressive run. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. And Schwarber's going to take time and step out of the box. 49 homers for Schwarber.
Yeah, Peralta likes to work north and south, up and down. He doesn't really stretch the zone side to side. So I have a feeling the Phils will do some chasing up high.
The 2-2 on the way. And that one misses down and away. Goes to his curveball there. The count runs full. Schwarber. The Red Sox pulled up high over the calf. Gray pants just below the knees for Schwarber. Count is full. Here's the payoff. And it's outside. Ball 4. So a 1-out walk will put a man on for Bryce Harper.
It's very different stuff as far as the velocity is more. The curveball's not quite as sharp as Quintana yesterday. But the thought process and how they approach is very similar. They like to get quick strikes and then just nibble and nibble on the edges and the corners.
First pitch to Harper. He takes. It's down and away. Ball 1. A little bit like we talked about with Quintana last night. He had a long start early in the season, Peralta did. 8 innings. His second start of the year. And he hasn't come close to that since. He's generally a 6-inning guy. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside. Part of that is just how good their bullpen has been. They definitely rely on those guys. But they certainly haven't overworked Peralta. 153 total innings at this point. And not having missed a turn. Today is his 29th start. Here's the 2-0. Harper rips it towards right, but coming in a couple of steps, and Collins will be there to make the catch. And there's out number 2. That'll bring up JT Realmuto.
Well, he might only go 6 innings, similar to yesterday, but his pitch count will get up there. He's a guy that'll, I mean, even Kyle took him, 6-7 pitches deep. He is not afraid to do that. Freddie Peralta throws a lot of pitches.
Here is JT Realmuto. Had a couple of hits last night. He's been struggling lately as well. First pitch breaking ball will drop in for a strike. .266 hitter with 11 home runs. Slightly open stance from the right side. Short lead for Schwarber at first, the pitch. And that is inside.
So let's see here. 3 games here and 3 different positions of the roof for me. First day, you weren't here. It was partially open to block the sun. It was closed last night with windows open, and now it's wide open.
1-1 the count. And the pitch. And there's a strike over the outside part of the plate. Well, with the clouds in place at the moment, the sun might come in and out. The shadows may later on be somewhat of a factor if the sun does peek through the clouds more and more. It's also a little bit breezy, and this stadium, while mostly enclosed, there are big paneled windows out in the outfield, and with the roof open, in the summertime, the ball generally carries pretty well to right field, but the wind might be blowing in a little bit. In that right center field side. 1-2 on JT. Here's the pitch. And he takes it for a called third strike right there. Fastball. And Peralta with a pair of strikeouts here in the first. No runs, no hits. A walk and a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the first in Milwaukee. It's the Phils nothing and the Brewers coming up.
Hi. Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Mornings on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Your Septa starting pitcher scouting report. Ranger Suarez, 10-6, 3.02 ERA, 6-pitch command pitcher. He'll use the entire zone, searching for outs wherever he can get them. The sinker 4-seam command to me is critical in order for the secondaries to get the awkward swings that he needs. He needs those awkward swings, gets a lot of soft contact. This is brought to you by Septa. Septa is the Philly way to go.
No score, bottom of the first. Jackson Chourio leading it off for the Brewers today. And Rangers' first pitch on the way. It's taken. And that pitch just missed. 1-0 the count. Chourio, Collins, and Contreras. 1-0. And there's a strike called. Again, no Yelich in the lineup today. He was a late scratch yesterday. Chourio just back after a long stay on the injured list. The windup by Suarez. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Chourio hitless in the series, batting .280 for the year with 18 home runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Suarez 10-6. 22nd start, his pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got some chase there from Churio. There's one gone. That'll bring up Isaac Collins. Here at American Family Field, it's 400 feet to straightaway center. 371 to the left field power alley. 344 down the line and left. Over in right center, it's 374 and 345 in the right field corner. As the pitch is strike called. Catches the outside part of the plate, 8-foot high wall, all the way around in the outfield. The windup and the 0-1. Slow breaking ball, that's in for a strike as well. Caught the top of the zone. And Collins quickly down to the count, no balls, 2 strikes. 9 homers for Collins, 276 hitter, the pitch. That's down low. One ball, 2 strikes. Ranger winds up, and the pitch. It's right there, called 3rd strike. It appeared to be all over the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, that's the hard stuff. Rob Thompson's talked about that too, and I agree with it. The fastball for him, and it could be the 4-seam or the sink. To me, it's regardless. That sets up the changeup on the outside corner and the soft stuff, but he has to be able to command the hard stuff so that hitters think about it.
So 2 gone. Here's Contreras, and the pitch to William Contreras outside for a ball. He's got huge lifetime numbers off of Ranger. 9 for 21 with a double and 3 homers. Contreras takes a timeout, steps out of the box briefly. Now back in, says he's ready to go. Batting .261 on the year. He swings and fouls off a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 17 home runs, 69 runs batted in. One ball, 1 strike, Ranger. Into his windup, the lefty deals. The pitch. There's a strike. And he's working that corner away to these right-handed batters pretty well here in the first.
Yep. Precision. He's all about precision.
He winds up in the 1-2. Swung on, looped into center, and that is going to fall for a base hit. Broke his bat off the end, but it was high enough, muscled out far enough that Bryson Stott couldn't get to it. And so Contreras has the first hit of today's game and is now 10 for 22 against Ranger Suarez.
I can't think of another team right now that's DH in their normal catcher, right? You don't see it very often. A lot of managers are kind of scared to do that for fear of losing the DH with an injury or something.
Here is Andrew Vaughn, the former White Sox, and he swings and hits one in the air down the right field line. It's going to go out of play foul. Well, they have a third catcher. Their basic third catcher is Anthony Siegler, who we saw play third base last night, and gives them a little protection, kind of in the same way the Phillies have Garrett Stubbs now. Could use JT as a DH or as a pinch hitter on his off days, swing and a miss, of which he will get one this weekend in Miami at some point. We don't know which of the 3 games, but good chance it might be on Sunday. So he's ready for all 4 against the Mets. 0-2, the pitch. Swing and a foul. They got Andrew Vaughn in a trade with the White Sox back in early June for Aaron Savali. Savali wanted out, and Andrew Vaughn, the White Sox kind of wanted him out. He didn't do well at all, and then all of a sudden turned into Babe Ruth since he got here. 0-2 is down low. And for the Brewers, it came at a big time because they lost Rhys Hoskins. And so Vaughn was able to provide some right-handed pop at first base. No score, bottom of the first. Runner on, 2 outs. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncer past the mound. Stott has it. He'll flip it to Turner, who's there eventually at second base to take the throw. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice ground out. Sides retired. No runs on a hit. One left after one. No score.
For over.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Radio 1210 WPHT. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Brandon Marsh will start it off for the Phillies here in inning number 2. No score. Each team with a base runner in the first, but we go to the second. And the first pitch to Marsh is a fastball strike called. Top of the zone. 0-1 the count. Marsh, Bader, and Kepler, the Phillies outfield, all hitting in a row here. Left, center, and right in that order. 0-1, and Marsh swings and misses. 0-2. Nick Castellanos came into the game with some pretty good lifetime numbers off of Freddie Peralta. 7 for 19 with 4 doubles and a homer, but he sits today. Rob Thompson said it's more about having the hot hand, and he's liked the way these three have been swinging the bat. The pitch. And it's hit foul out of play, third base side over the top of the Phil's dugout.
You know, Nick was such an iron horse for the last couple of years. He was playing every day, and I think once Rob kind of got a look at Kepler out there, the way that he floats around right field, I think he's a better right fielder than he is left fielder. And once he gets hot, you kind of start to see a little bit different team.
0-2. And that misses down and away.
It's nothing against Nick, but it's just a different type of outfield. It's a different pressure for an offense hitting against that. That's what I think they were hoping for with Kepler. It'd be nice if he could get really hot.
1-2. And that bounces in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Rob Thompson was asked if he's calling it a platoon in each outfield corner. He said, call it whatever you want. 2-2 pitch. And there's a called third strike. And that one... outside corner, just grazed the edge. Enough for Chris Siegel. There's the third strikeout already for Peralta. I'm going to bring up Harrison Bader. Bader, 270 hitter. The pitch. And he takes, and that one misses outside.
I think there is a difference between a platoon and playing the hot hand. I mean, everybody's looking for like a definition. I have my thoughts on it.
1-0, and that's in there for a strike call.
To me, if you're playing an actual platoon like we did in 1993, right versus left, doesn't matter how you're doing, you're throwing the guys out there, righty versus lefty.
The 1-1 pitch, and that one's down and in.
Back then, you have a lefty throwing, Pete Incaviglia is going to play. When it was a righty, it was Milt Thompson. That's a platoon. That's how Fregosi did it. When you start talking about hot hand, it's a little bit more about matchups now. There's a lot more information at the manager's hands.
2-1. Bader swings and foul tips it. 2-2 to count.
You know, that information was a little tougher back then. So that's how I see it, if it's a true platoon situation. Can't say it's that way here.
Bader waits, and the 2-2. Breaking ball blasted deep but foul left side out of play. He was a little bit early on that. Still 2-2 on Harrison Bader. 270 hitter overall with 14 homers. The pitch. Swing and a foul, and Jansen can't hang on. So the at-bat extended. The count remains 2-2. Well, Rob Thompson said it pretty plainly today when talking to the media. He said, each and every day I'm simply going to put the lineup that I think gives us the best chance on that day. 2-2 again, and that one misses inside. Tried another breaking ball. Three balls, two strikes. Count full on Harrison Bader with one out here in the second. No score. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball got him. Phillies haven't found an answer for Freddie Peralta's heater just yet.
No. Very good heater, too. And that's the arm speed. So the arm speed is just, it's really something to see when he comes up over the top and pulls down really hard with the arm. You get a little bit of carry at the end. Just kind of burning up the Phils right now.
That'll bring up Max Kepler. 2 outs, nobody on. And Peralta's pitch to Kepler. Swung on, ripped towards right, down the line on the run. It won't be caught. It'll get by Collins, go to the wall. Kepler on his way to second base, and he will stop there with a 2-out double. First hit of the game for the Phils comes off the bat of Max Kepler. 18th double of the year for Kepler.
Well, on the mound today, the Dodgers' Blake Snell versus the Pirates' Paul Skeens. Pirates are looking to sweep that series. Can you believe the Pirates have won Skeens' last 7 starts? So I kind of like the fact that they're going for the sweep today. Skeens has been unbelievable. Sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Find your wow right now. Visit nj.org.
Well, 2-out opportunity here for Alec Bohm. And Bohm 0 for his last 16. He takes the first pitch. It's a fastball in for a strike. 0-1 the count, no score. And Kepler out there at second base. Peralta looks, down, delivers. The pitch. That one missed inside. Phillies in yesterday's ballgame went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. 1-1. And the pitch. Holmes shoots it foul out of play. Over on the first base side. Been pretty good in these spots during this course of the season. A 3.06 average with runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes, down to the count. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt, blocked by Jansen. Outfield shaded slightly the opposite way with Perkins. A few steps over to right center. Bohm with some baby blue batting gloves on. The pitch swung on, driven center field, but right at Perkins. He'll wait on it and make the catch. And that'll be out number 3. No runs on a hit. A man left, and we'll go to the bottom of the second, no score.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for you.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Exclusively in Citizens Bank Park. Lissio's Bakery. It all starts with the bread, and proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go Phils. Ride Home with Rich Zioli. Weekdays on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
No score, bottom of the second inning, and Ranger Suarez gets back to work. Caleb Durbin, right-handed batter. It's the start today, and they're at third base. He leads off, first pitch to him, and that's in there for a called strike. Now we start to get into the part of the afternoon, and the sun coming through the clouds. Those big windows high in the air on the first base side of the stadium, the 0-1. And there's a breaking ball that just misses, and these are big, high paneled paned windows, and those all the shadows over the top of home plate now as the pitch is in there for a called strike. Pitcher's mound totally in dark shadows, but it's like grid lines all over the first base side in front of the dugout at home plate. 1-2. Breaking ball, hit towards third, backhand Bohm. Throw from foul territory is offline, and Durbin beats it out. Now Bohm did a nice job to get to that ball, but could not get the throw there in time or on target. Harper had to come off the bag to field it.
Not a really hard hit ball. That's Ranger. I mean, he's got the lowest exit velocity in baseball against him, 85.6, which means he will give up a lot of these infield hits, tough plays for the infielders.
Well, last week he gave up 10 hits in 5 innings to the Braves. Somehow he only allowed 1 run.
Traffic.
Pitch to Danny Jansen is in there for a strike. Jansen, the 30-year-old, was born in Illinois but went to high school up north of here in Appleton, Wisconsin. 0-1 the count. Durbin leads at first. The pitch hit off the knuckles, and that'll hit the front of the Brewer dugout on the first base side.
Yeah, his last game, he had traffic every inning. I mean, it was so many base runners. Now, against the Brewers, that can be troublesome because they love to run. They do hit and runs. They sack bunt. They do all kinds of stuff.
Durbin, 12 steals. He's over at first base. 0-2 the count, the pitch. And Jansen takes. And where was that pitch?
That was a good pitch. That was a strike. Called it low.
Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And it's fouled off. And they just gave us a look on. Looked like almost the whole ball was in the strike zone there. And it was split the plate. 1-2. Stott shaded up the middle against Jansen, right-handed batter. Durbin inches off first, the pitch. And that one missed inside. And that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jansen, all those years with Toronto. Started the year this year in Tampa. It was acquired before the deadline. The pitch. Broken bat roller towards short. Turner charging, gloves it, throws to first. That's all they're going to get. As that ball was a rocket of 45 miles an hour.
Come on now. Yeah, but the swing was great. He really jammed himself.
45 miles an hour.
Jansen's really never been known for his bat.
As our good buddy the Sarge might say, a grown man hit that ball. Here's Andrew Monasterio. The pitch is outside for ball one. Right-handed batter, Monasterio hitting .294 this season. 4 homers. A versatile role player for them. The pitch swung on and missed. One ball, one strike. Ranger with a pitch. Swung on, skied to center. Straight away, Bader backing up just a couple of steps. Durbin back to the bag. He's tagging, and he'll head to third. He'll make it there. And Monasterio moves the runner, but that's also the second out.
Be sure to bring the whole gang to Giant Family Day on Sunday, September 14th at 1:35 p.m. when the Phils host the Royals. And fans 14 and under take home a Phillies lunch tote. Hey, remind me I got to get one of those for my wife. Get your tickets today at Phillies.com.
Got to worry about a bunt possibility in a spot like this. Boehm is even with the bag. Perkins not bunting. Takes a breaking ball over the outside part of the plate. He's a guy who will bunt for a base hit. Kind of plays does the little things well, as you were talking about, what these Brewers like to do. 0-1 the count. The pitch. That's inside. It's a scoreless game. Brewers with a runner at third base and 2 down. Harper behind the bag at first and well off the line. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a pitch. Breaking ball, bounced up the middle, deflected off of Suarez's glove, right to Turner. His throw to first is in time.
That's how you draw it up, baby.
Oh, my goodness. 1-6-3. The ground out for Perkins, and that will do it for the Brewers. No runs on a hit, and a man left. We'll go to the third, no score. This gorgeous Thursday afternoon here in Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta back to work. It is, isn't it? Oh. Stott takes a first pitch strike. Nothing in 1 the count. Oh, 0-1. Bryson hitting .248 with 9 homers, 55 runs batted in. The pitch. And that one missed outside. Peralta now up to 26 consecutive scoreless innings. The pitch. And that's down and away. He has passed Cal Eldred with 24 2/3 inning scoreless streak back in 92 for the second longest scoreless inning streak by a Milwaukee starter in the last 30 years, the 2-1. That's a strike call. In fact, you go back to find the last one longer than this, Teddy Higuera in 1987. 32 consecutive scoreless innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Stott swings and pops it up, foul, third base side. Durbin going over it, nearing the camera well. He's out of room with no play.
I don't remember Teddy Higuera, that name. Do you remember anything about him? I mean, I was 17 at the time, so I knew nobody. Mike Schmidt, West Coast guy. Alvin Davis with the Mariners. Does that count? That was probably before that.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Stott pops another one foul and out of play. Again, Peralta, the pitch count. The Phillies are kind of grinding away here. He's fast closing in on 50 pitches, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Two and two, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him out front on a breaking ball. That's another strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
One of the really interesting things about Freddie Peralta is a little bit of a human rain delay in the fact that he ranks last in pitches thrown in the strike zone, which is remarkable for somebody who has all the wins, 44%. That's all he does. That's last in the strike zone, yet he gets all these outs.
Here's Turner, and he takes first pitch for a strike.
Now, in saying that, almost 25% of the hitters that face him are in 0-2 counts. He gets ahead quick and then proceeds from there.
0-1. Breaking ball, misses, down and in.
This is what I thought was most interesting about, and I'm not a huge stat guy, but I love this where it said, after he gets 0-2, the statistics show that typically over half of the guys or half the hitters get another 2 pitches.
1-1. And that's down low.
Which means he's thrown a ton. He gets 0-2, and then you get another 2 pitches. That's 4 already on an at-bat. You foul off 3 or 4. Every guy is seeing 7 pitches, 8 pitches. Hence the high pitch count that you're talking about.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped in the air down the right side, twisting out of play. And that'll be well up into the seats as a souvenir for Turner.
One of the challenges to that, if you're a guy that plays behind Freddie Peralta, there tends to be a lot of gaps between the action. I mean, you have to really work at it if you're an infielder.
2-2. Check swing, foul behind the plate. Yeah, I would think so. A lot of standing around.
Yes.
A little better now in the pitch clock era, I'm sure. But it's been about that long since the Phillies last got to Freddie Peralta. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball up the middle to his left. The shortstop Ortiz has it. He'll throw it to first in time. 2 gone. Today is his 7th lifetime start, his 8th appearance overall. He's 0-2 against the Phillies with a .364 ERA, but in his last 4 games started, once each year for the last 4 years, he does not have any decisions, but he's got a .183 ERA. He's given up 4 earned runs in those 4 starts. Here's Kyle Schwarber with 2 outs and nobody on in a scoreless game. The pitch. Broken bat roller, right side. Scooped up by Monasterio. He'll toss to first, and Schwarber is gone on 1 pitch. 1-2-3 inning for Peralta, his first of the day. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd, still scoreless.
That's it.
9 hitter starts it for the Brewers here in inning number 3, bottom of the 3rd inning here in Milwaukee. And Ranger Suarez delivers to Joey Ortiz, who takes the first pitch in for a strike. And those shadows creeping out over the pitcher's mound now. The shadows of the window panes up there. 0-1. And it's hit softly foul, right side.
I was talking to Wes Wilson yesterday, and he actually brought it up that he needed some time in left field to get used to the windows because he's looking over home plate into those windows. He said it's drastically different than anything he's seen before.
0-2. Swing at a ground ball right back at Ranger, who spears it, looks at the ball in his glove, and then tosses to first. And Ortiz retired for the first out. That'll bring us to the top of the order, Jackson Chourio. On the Phillies telecast, they're showing a bunch of the World War II veterans that were honored before the game today. Down on the field here, quite a few of them. There's a swing and a fly ball to right. Easy play for Kepler. Hardly had to move. He makes the catch. And give a shout out to one of our friends here in the Phillies radio booth, Bill Carambellis, who for many, many years has been our engineer in Chicago when we visit either the White Sox or the Cubs. Well, his father, a World War II veteran, and he was part of the parade down on the field before the game. Peter Carambellis, who served in the Navy. Here's Isaac Collins with 2 outs and nobody on, and he takes the strike. 0-1 the count. Do you think the shadows as they are right now, does that bother the hitters at all?
I think some.
0-1 and a ground ball foul.
I mean, the backdrop is dark. I don't think it's a problem. I just don't.
The way it's set up now with the roof open and those windows on the side and the late day setting sun, there's just a lot happening here with the shadows in this ballpark. And it's a different challenge depending on whatever position you're in on the field. Here's a fly ball straightaway center. Bader broke in, now going back, still going back. It's over his head, and it one hops against the wall. And he'll fire it back in, but not before Collins ends up at second with a double. And that's one of the first misreads we've seen from Harrison Bader, but that's one of those balls that's right at him, essentially. And those can be tough to judge. And again, it can be, for all we know, tough for the outfielders to judge the balls coming out of those crazy. Gets to it, even if he has a better read. Here's a swing and a weakly hit ground ball to second. And Stott will throw out Contreras. And Ranger says something to William Contreras, who never dropped his broken bat. He can put that in the kindling pile for later. No score, as we no runs, I should say, on one hit, one left. We'll head to the fourth.
Let's
.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Harper, Realmuto, and Marsh coming up against Freddie Peralta. Pitch. It's up high. Harper lined out to right his first time up. 2 for 9 here in this series with the Brewers. The 1-1. And that's up high. Harper's got some green cleats on today, green wristbands, green elbow guard. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Fouled back. Boy, he had a cut at that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I think that's his Eagles green there. That's
makes sense.
We'll just throw that out there. 2-2. Breaking ball, and that one looked like it slipped on Peralta. He misses outside with it. So the count full, 3-2. Phillies with 1 hit so far. Peralta with 5 strikeouts the first time through the order. 3-2 on the way to Harper. Swung on, hit in the air, left field towards the corner. Chasing after it is Churio. Now near the line. It will fall just foul and bounce over the side wall.
I mean, now that you said the Eagles green, there's no doubt in my mind that's Eagles green. He's got bright, white laces.
Yeah, he definitely wears Fanatic green stuff, but I'm not sure I've seen those cleats before on Harper. But
and you can't have mine.
No, I don't.
Nope.
Try it again. Peralta comes set, and is 3-2 to Harper. And it's down low, checked his swing on a breaking ball. Jim Wolf, he knows what a check swing looks like. He says no swing.
You know, it's funny, we're talking about the colors and the shoes. Harper always has that. I look at Freddie Peralta, and I'll be honest with you, I can't think of, and you might think of a pitcher that wears high tops when they pitch. And I never liked high tops. I didn't like my ankles being kind of bound up like that. Pitchers can be similar. He's got them out there.
Here's JT Realmuto, who struck out looking his first time. The pitch, swing and a miss, awkward cut there. And the sun is obviously dipped behind a cloud because those shadows are all gone now. It's a full overcast on the diamond. 0-1 the count on JT. Brewers wear their cream unis today. The 0-1, fouled back. Brewers in blue block letters across the chest, trimmed out in gold. Blue caps. And Peralta, those high tops, gold high tops. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Down and away. And those are his Eagles Go Birds cleats. If you were on social media, you would know this. 1-2 in the dirt. Good stop by Jansen.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Or our fans?
Well, you specifically.
Well, I haven't been on there today.
You're just not very social.
I usually rely... yeah, that's what it is. I don't talk to anybody. Yeah. Well, usually I thought Murph would let me know.
Yeah.
But he's been real busy. He's working.
2-2 pitch. Fouled off. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Murph's been working?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right,
now you're pulling my leg. I think I'm going to fall for that. No score here in the 4th.
I actually don't follow any of Harp's stuff on social media.
2-2 pitch. And that one missed down a little bit low.
Take?
Well, the PR team here with the Phillies has let me know that those are his Eagles-inspired cleats.
Let's see if they can steal a base here.
3-2. The runner is going. The pitch is popped up right side, falling towards shallow right. That'll drop in for a hit. And JT Realmuto will take it. Monasterio running towards second to cover with Harper on the move, and that meant he couldn't get back there to catch that ball that came off the bat at 59 miles per hour.
Yeah. Hey, look, this is one of my pet peeves, and it's a good thing. Harp on his third step looks in. It's a straight steal. It's not a hit and run. He looks in, exactly what you're supposed to do. Even on just a regular at bat, if you're stealing, you should always peek in because the hitter might swing or do that. And Harp saw that. That's good base running. That's how you're supposed to do it. I love that stuff.
Danny Jansen going out to chat with Peralta, who's at 67 pitches with nobody out in the fourth. No score yet, but the Phillies threatening now with 2 on and nobody out. And here is Marsh, 11 for his last 24 with the strikeout in the second. He's never had a hit off of Freddie Peralta, though. The pitch, he squares to bunt and fouls it down at the plate. Durbin, who was right to the edge of the grass there. Marsh has 3 sacrifice bunts this season. He squares again and pops it foul back over the screen.
Threw that ball hard inside on Brandon. He almost got him. I mean, this ball is a little cut inside. It's a ball.
It's almost like he came away from it and sort of ducked his eyes like he couldn't see very well. Well, he's down in the count now, 0-2, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, chased way up out of the zone.
That wasn't a great at-bat.
Not a great at-bat.
No. Usually he's a decent bunter, but against somebody who throws hard over the top like that, the idea is to catch the ball with the bat, and he was actually jabbing at it. Makes it really difficult.
Here's Harrison Bader. Brandon Marsh looked wholly uncomfortable throughout that whole sequence there.
Right.
1 out, 2 on. Peralta checks second, the pitch. And that one is down low for ball 1. One out here. The pitch. Well, we'll wait. Peralta turns, looks back at second. Harper's been getting some pretty aggressive jumps off of second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. That was a pitch to hit, but they're just not able to catch up to the fastball. 1-1. Harper edging off of second again. The pitch. There's a strike call. Half a dozen strikeouts already for Peralta, trying to keep his scoreless inning streak going. 1-2 the count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Changeup. And back-to-back strikeouts after the first 2 hitters reach. And that'll bring up Max Kepler, who had a double his first time up. Sunshine back out on the diamond. And the pitch to Kepler. He takes. That's a strike. I think this would give the Brewers and Freddie Peralta a little bit of a lift to get out of this unscathed.
Now let's see if Kep can get him.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. It's high. Outfield is straight up against Kepler. Infielders up the middle. Ortiz cutting in behind Harper. He's almost straight back through the box. Urban about 15 feet off the line at third. 1-1 the count, the pitch. Check swing, and he lays off the changeup. 2-1.
It's a good changeup. Really good arm action. We already talked about that. The changeup is his second most used pitch as well, that fastball change combination.
Time called. Kepler steps out. Drops the barrel of the bat a couple of times on his toe cleats, kicking at the barrel. Now he's back in the box. 2-1. And that's down and away. 3 balls and a strike. See if he gets anything to hit here. Well, Peralta's going to still try to get him to chase. 3 balls and a strike with 2 on. Peralta spins and looks at second. Second disengagement. 3-1. Peralta set at the belt. He kicks the pitch. That's outside. It's ball 4. And that'll load the bases and leave it up to Alec Bohm. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Radio Network.
WPHT.
With Kevin Stocker, I'm Scott Fransky with you from American Family Field in Milwaukee. Chris Hook, the pitching coach of the Brewers, out to the mound to chat with Freddie Peralta and Danny Jansen as the Phillies have loaded the bases with 2 outs, and Alec Bohm coming to the plate. And wouldn't this be quite a time to snap an 0-for-17 streak for Alec? He had hit in 11 straight games since being activated off the injured list, but now has really hit the skids. And batting 8th today, he batted with a man at second his first time, flied out to center. And again, comes up with a chance to put the Phillies on the board here in a scoreless game. 2 outs, infield back. Here's the pitch. Taken, and it's a strike.
Peralta today's a little bit to my surprise. Well, it gets ahead quick, but he's done a terrific job of really locating that first pitch fastball for strikes.
0-1 the count, and he steps off. That was his 80th pitch of the ballgame. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Bohm takes. That's in off the plate. The count 1-1. Peralta with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul down at the plate. Bohm fouled that one off his leg. Now he's down to the count 1-2. Bohm, deep breath. 1 foot back in the box. Now sets both feet in. Hands are ready as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peralta looks at second. Now delivers. And a swing and a foul. Emergency hack on a breaking ball to stay alive.
Survive till you get a mistake. Looks like he took something up. Now, he has not thrown a single slider today. It has been four-seam fastball 50% of the time, changeup, curveball only.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Bohm slams down the bat. His 0-for reaches 18 straight hitless at-bats. And this time he leaves the bases loaded. No runs a hit. 3 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. Start it for the Brewers. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, no score. Freddie Peralta escapes the jam. And Ranger Suarez first pitch. Andrew Vaughn takes a strike. Vaughn, Durbin, and Jansen due up. The 0-1. Missed inside. Vaughn grounded out. Fielder's choice his first time up. Phillies off to Miami after this one. They've got a 3-game set with the Fish this weekend. The 1-1. And that's in there for a strike. Phillies will have Christopher Sanchez on the mound tomorrow night. Sounds like it might be a bullpen game for the Marlins. They have still not yet named a starter. Last check.
When's Alcantara?
Saturday.
Oh, it's okay.
Saturday is Sandy versus Jesus Luzardo, the former Marlin. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, punched into right. There's a base hit. And Vaughn is aboard to start things. And again, traffic throughout for Ranger Suarez. They haven't hit much hard off him other than the double by Collins. But
one
base
thing, though,
runners in every inning.
Yeah, that last game when he gave up they had 10 hits, he had traffic. And he even commented, I think Rob was real proud of him on how he battled through that.
Here's Caleb Durbin. He squares the bunt, pushes it up the first base line, but it goes foul.
Ranger has 6 pitches. And so when he starts giving up hits like that, a lot of soft hits, a lot of traffic, sometimes he just needs a little boost. He can go to other pitches. He's starting to learn how he can start to get outs up and down through lineup, pick his outs. But I think to be able to have that kind of traffic, battle through some trouble like that, is going to go a long way for him.
Well, coming into today, his last 3 starts, big turnaround since the injury to Wheeler was announced. But a 1.45 ERA in that time. The pitch, Durbin taking, and he looks at the fastball up high. And in the 18 2/3 innings that he's thrown in those 3 starts, he has given up 17 hits, but 1 walk and 23 strikeouts. The pitch swung on, line to left. That's a base hit. And stopping at second will be Vaughn, and the Brewers start building a rally here in the bottom of the fourth after the Phillies missed a similar opportunity in the top. They had first and second, nobody out, exactly where the Brewers are now, and we'll see if the Brewers can execute. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jansen bunting.
I think he would give it a try. He doesn't have any sack bunts on the season yet.
And the pitch, he does square, bunts it towards first. Harper has it, spins, fires to Bohm. They get the out on the lead runner there. Nice play by Bryce Harper. Coming in to field that one, and a confident spin and throw right to Bohm, and there's out number 1.
Nice play by Bryce Harper. I got to be honest with you, the runner, Vaughn, he's just not a very good runner. For him to get over to third, it has to be, one, a better bunt. But also, Vaughn, I mean, what a lazy secondary. He's got to know.
One out here, scoreless game, the pitch. Breaking ball is outside. And again, the sunshine dipping behind the clouds, so no shadows at play right now. The 1-0. Swung on, fouled off. I don't know how bad the shadows and the sunshine gets for the players at the different positions, but I got to think these conditions right here, overcast, are pretty easy on everybody. Yeah,
ideal. Easy to see pop-ups straight up against the backdrop, all that stuff. Yep.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Breaking ball popped up, and this one in shallow left. Turner is going out. He's calling for it. The infield fly rule called, and that is out number 2.
Well, the Lumineers will bring the Automatic World Tour to Citizens Bank Park on Friday, September 19th. Enjoy the show from a private party suite, which includes catering, can accommodate a minimum of 12 guests. Visit Phillies.com/concert suites for more information and to book today.
Now Blake Perkins, who hit a bouncer back up the middle, is if the ball hops over his glove at all, I think Perkins might have been safe. Would have been a much tougher play for Turner. Here's the pitch. Perkins takes. It's a strike. So a fortunate bounce on that one for the Phillies. We are scoreless. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Durbin the runner at second. Jansen at first. And the pitch. Perkins takes, and it's another strike. Hitting just .207 on the year and 1 for 9 in this series. But he did drive in a couple of runs on Monday in that wild one. But the Phillies took 10-8. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it's up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marsh in a couple of steps in left. In fact, all the outfielders look a little shallow here against Perkins. 1-2 the count. Suarez delivers. And the pitch down and in. Nice block by JT. Two balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs and 2 on for the Brewers. Suarez with the pitch. That's a strike right there. Heart of the plate. And Perkins takes it for strike 3. So Ranger once again dances around some trouble. 2 hits, 2 left. And we're going to the 5th. Still scoreless. Bryson Stott first up here in the 5th. No score. Freddie Peralta delivers, and the pitch to Stott is in for a strike. And again, of course, as the Phillies come back to the plate, the sun comes back out.
Yeah. Just for that.
Somebody flipped the switch, I think. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. It's very high. Both pitchers, 4 innings. Both pitchers have allowed 5 base runners. For Suarez, it's 5 hits. For Peralta, it's 2 hits and 3 walks. 1-1 the count and the pitch. It misses outside. The 2 teams have combined so far to go 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 2 balls and a strike on stop. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, left field. Drifting back into his left is Churio. He's got plenty of room. He makes the catch. There's out number 1. Stott 0 for 2. Top of the order, and here's Trey Turner, also 0 for 2. Phillies and Brewers, the only game going right now in Major League Baseball. There's a few games tonight, but not many. A lot of teams have the night off. First pitch to Turner. Hits a little dribbler out in front of the plate. Jansen out to get it. Throw to first in time. And Turner's out on 1 pitch. 2-3 to put out. Brewers start to get action in their bullpen as Peralta about to hit 90 pitches. Mets off tonight as they are in Cincinnati ready to face the Reds this weekend. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Reds, who have been passed in the wild card race by the Giants. Giants are 71-69 with their 4th straight win yesterday. So they're the nearest, they're the first team out, if you will, the 0-1. Schwarber swings and fouls one off.
Giants had a little dust-up, I saw.
They did with the Rockies.
Yeah.
Kyle Freeland took exception to Rafael Devers' home run trot.
I still think they're waiting for Devers to get around the bases, aren't they? He didn't even make it to first, and all of a sudden it was on.
Schwarber quickly down to the count, 0-2. As Peralta to the belt. The right-hander ready, and the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's hit high in the air, right side, shallow right field. Monasterio's out. He's called off now by Collins, who will make the catch. Towering pop-up for out number 3, and there is a 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Peralta. 5 more scoreless frames for the right-hander. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Still, 0-0.
Introducing
with 2,000 hits as a Philly.
Joey Ortiz leading off takes a strike. Brewers and Phillies scoreless. Bottom of the 5th inning. Ranger Suarez back to work. The windup and the 0-1 to Ortiz. Swing and a miss. Ortiz grounded back to the mound his first time up. Shortstop hitting .230. Pitch. Breaking ball, and it's down low. Got it from the Orioles, the Corbin Burns deal. Winding and delivering. 1-2, and that is a... come on.
Wow.
That's a strike.
Yeah.
That was, again, full balls in the box, and that's a missed call there by Chris Siegel. The windup in the 2-2, and it's fouled off.
This Brewers team, their pitching is so good. Offensively, we've talked a lot about it. Another challenge for these guys, and I'm thinking it comes from Murphy on down. Lowest chase percentage in baseball, the Brewers. They don't chase at the plate.
2-2, swing and a miss.
Except for right there. Good curveball. But they don't do a lot of chase. The other thing that they do is they have, as far as first pitch swing, they have the second lowest swing percentage on the first pitch. They take a lot of pitches that first pitch to try to work the counts. There are not a lot of big guys, but there are a lot of guys that can run, and that's what you expect, but that has to come from the top down. It also has to be a guy like Christian Yelich buying into that.
Here's Churio, and he takes a strike call.
Pat Murphy talked about that. I asked him about, playing a little college ball and small ball, and he goes, yeah, it's fine, but I have to get certain guys to buy in or it's never going to work. And
0-1, breaking ball. That's down low, check swing.
And he specifically mentioned Yelich in that because Yelich, that's his clubhouse down there. The guys have a lot of respect for him, and you get him to buy in, and all of a sudden everybody else does.
The windup and the 1-1 pitch. That is up high. Aaron Ashby, the left-hander, loosening up in the pen for the Brewers. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. It's inside, and it's a 3-1 count. There have been not too many of those for the left-hander Ranger Suarez today. Churio 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to right. The 3-1, and that one is a strike call. Three and 2 to count. Time called by Churio. Now he's back in the box. Payoff pitch. Way outside. That's ball 4. So that'll put a man on. Isaac Collins will bat here. He doubled to center field over the head of center fielder Baders last time up. Here's a toss over to first. Churio back easily. Just a casual toss over there. He's got 18 stolen bases. Well, the Brewers are proving you don't have to have that big power guy necessarily to score runs. The pitch. And that's taken for a strike. They're second in batting in baseball. They're 19th in homers. They're second in stolen bases. But they're second in runs scored.
Yeah. It's a machine. They figured it out.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's down and in. And they've taken some shots at some players, maybe not getting the opportunity they felt like they needed in their organization. So, like Isaac Collins, for instance, he's former Rockies farmhand. The 1-1 ground ball to third. Bohm's got it. Feeds second. There's one. On to first. Double play. 5-4-3. The Phillies turn 2 behind Ranger Suarez, who walks his first man of the day, but nobody left. And we're through 5 innings today in Milwaukee, still scoreless.
4 for 5. All 5 of the balls he hit were over 103.5 miles an hour. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies. He's actually the only player that has done that twice in the StatCast era, which was from 2015. Don't pitch to that guy, not unless you absolutely have to.
Bryce Harper leads off. New pitcher for the Brewers, Aaron Ashby, and Harper bunts, pops it up, foul, third base side, out of play. In fact, bounces at the top step of the Phil's dugout. Now the plate in full shadow. The shadows of those windows above the right field side stands, they stretch out closer to the mound now. And over on the left side of the infield, there's a swing and a miss. Harper really pulling off that. Ashby, who pitched in last night's ball game, the 7-year-old lefty, born in Kansas City, Missouri. The 0-2, swinging a chop left side. Durbin to his left. He gloves it. Pumps once, fires to first, and Harper is gone for out number 1. Well, Freddie Peralta, 5 innings, 92 pitches, but a lot of pitches, but 5 more scoreless innings. He now has a 29-inning scoreless streak. Look out, Teddy Higuera. Here he comes.
Yeah. He's got good stuff. I wish he would figure out a way to stay in for him. I mean, I'm glad he's out. Phillies couldn't really touch him.
Here's JT. Scoreless game, the pitch. JT, bouncing ball, left side. Durbin again. And it's in time. And there's 2 5-3 groundouts. Start the afternoon for Aaron Ashby.
JT right now is a little bit back into rollover mode. He gets really heavy with that top hand. That was an issue earlier in the year of a lot of ground balls to the left side, a lot of double play balls.
Here is Brandon Marsh. Marsh 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts, and the pitch misses down and away. He had a tough at-bat his last time up with runners at first and second, unable to get a bunt down. And somebody shouting out from the dugout, his shin guard is loose. Needed to be straightened up, so they called time. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And it's down low. 2-0 count. Ashby this year, 3-1, a 2.25 ERA. 2-0. That's in there for a strike. His 34th appearance today. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, down and away. It's 3 balls and a strike.
See if he can box one up here, Brandon. He's been much better at just kind of picking his spot, that he knows where he can hit this. And to me, that's middle in. Hunt that pitch here at 3-1.
Ashby's ready. And that 3-1 on the way. And it's up and in, ball 4. Fastball. And a 2-out walk. Puts Marsh aboard, and that'll bring up Harrison Bader against Ashby. Phillies and Brewers are scoreless here into the 6th inning. And the pitch to Bader. Breaking ball misses way outside. Ashby, who pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, gave up a hit and a walk, but also picked up a strikeout. 1-0. Up and in. Kepler waits on deck. Should he bat in this inning, it will be interesting to see whether or not the Phillies want to go to a right-handed pinch hitter. Two and 0 count. Ashby. Long set. Another look at first. Now time called. by Harrison Bader. Righty's hitting 221 off him. Lefty's hitting only $197. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Bader swings and fouls it out of play. A little late on a 2-0 swing there.
No, that and not a great pitch to be swinging at 2-0. Not sure that pitch, that fastball up and away, is his pitch to drive.
2 balls, 1 strike. And Ashby will throw over to first. Marsh back easily. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swings and fouls it down to the plate.
I think those open windows that you and I are looking at are really cool beyond center field. I was talking to somebody today about the windows, and they said, yeah, even when the roof is closed, you know, like last night, we keep the windows open. But he said, and I was like, that's cool. He goes, yeah, well, we mostly do it because when it's completely locked up, it really stinks in here.
2-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Bader strikes out swinging, and the Phillies come away empty yet again here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless.
It's a tight one here at Phillies.
Blue Cross. Learn more at IVX.com.
Bottom of the 6th, no score. William Contreras leads off. First pitch from Ranger is right at the knees for a ball, as Chris Siegel does not like that pitch at the knees, and JT's letting him know about it. That's at least 3 he's missed. All for Ranger Suarez. The 1-0 is a breaking ball down and in. JT is still talking to him.
Yeah, and it seems to me it's the one down the middle. On the corners, he's kind of calling it, but if it's right at JT, so I don't know if he gets blocked out.
2-0 pitch, and that one is down low, and it's 3-0. Nothing doing in the Phillies bullpen. Brewers get a right-hander loose. Ranger Suarez, 75 pitches so far. And Contreras, who's 1 for 2 today, takes time, steps out of the box. He's 10 for 23 against Ranger in his career. 3-0 delivery, and that one's in for a strike. 3-1. The 3-1. That's a strike. And that was a bad call, but in Rangers' favor. That should have been a ball, if you believe the box. It was pretty far out there. 3-2. Just missed inside. That's ball 4. So a leadoff walk. That's the second walk issued in this one by Ranger. As the Brewer DH is aboard. And that'll bring up Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn 1 for 2 on the day. And the pitch is outside. He had a 189 batting average, a 531 OPS with the White Sox. It's 838 with Milwaukee. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And that's a strike called.
Andrew Vaughn came out of the Pac-12. He was with Cal, 2018 Golden Spikes Award winner. In fact, he was the first one to ever win that award as a sophomore in college. He wasn't draft eligible. That's never happened before.
1-1 pitch. And that's outside.
Some of the finalists that year with him, one of them was Alec Boehm, believe it or not, 2018. Cody Clemens was that same year.
Two balls, 1 strike. Contreras short lead at first. The pitch. On swings, hits one up the alley, left center field. Marsh going back. He won't get it. It's going to one-hop the fence. Contreras on his way to third base. Marsh with a throw back in. They'll hold Contreras at third base. It's a double for Andrew Vaughn, and the Brewers now 90 feet away from taking the lead with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And back-to-back hitters here. Ranger just behind in the count. And Andrew Vaughn made him pay.
Boy, if Ranger's going to come in with that fastball, he's got to get it in. And JT was asking for it inside. It hung over the plate.
Now Durbin, who's got 2 hits today against Ranger. Infield drawn in. The pitch. He dribbles one foul, third base side. Oh and 1. And the pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. Boehm, the deepest of the 4 infielders. Harper's about even with the bag. Stott really flirting with the grass there at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Certainly a strikeout wouldn't hurt.
With nobody out, they're definitely not going to send Contreras on contact here. So he's just going to be settled at third base and just read everything that happens. That's why infielders can play a couple steps deeper. That's where they are.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball right at Stott. He's got it. Checks the runner. Throws to first. There's one.
Nice job, Ranger.
And just before that at bat, Tanner Banks began to loosen up in the Phillies bullpen. Here's Danny Jansen. He's 0 for 2. Again, you've got Contreras, not a real burner over there at third base. Infield, right side, right to the edge of the grass. The pitch, swinging a high fly ball center field. Bader coming in, settling under it. He will make the catch. Contreras tags and stops. And the throw home on one hop will hold Contreras at third base, and there's the second out.
I tell you, to me, I cannot believe that they did not hit for Jansen there. You know, he really scuffles at the plate, and you're at this time of year. That's a situation that when you have a pitcher like Ranger right now is really pitching well. It's a big break for the Phillies.
Well, now Monasterio, one more man to get out of trouble. Infield can back to their regular depths. 2 outs, 2 on, the pitch. And that is inside for ball 1. Monasterio is flied to center. He's also popped out to the shortstop. Nothing game. Second and third, 2 outs. The 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to third. Bohm's got the second hop, sets his feet, throws across, and what a job. Second and third, nobody out, and the Brewers do not score as the Phillies get out of trouble again. And we're going to the 7th inning today in Milwaukee. It is still scoreless.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard.
For the order. Max Kepler has been on twice today, a double and a walk. 2-0 count. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. His off-speed pitch, a splitter, Tobias Myers. A 1-1 record. A 3.83 earned run average. The starter mostly last year, kind of a swing man this year. 2-1. And that missed inside. It's 3-1. Shadows quieting down a bit at this moment. 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul, first base side down the line. The Phillies have David Robertson loosening up. Ranger at 89 pitches. Count full of Kepler. And Myers with a pitch. Breaking ball. And that's a called third strike at the top of the zone.
Off-speed pitch just stayed up there. It's almost like when he pitched it slipped out of his hands a little bit, but it stayed up and fooled the hitter, fooled Kepler.
That's the 10th strikeout of the day for Brewers pitching. Phillies with only 2 hits this afternoon. Kepler's double and the ball off the knuckles hit by JT Realmuto. Just a pop-up into shallow right. Here's Bohm, and he takes a strike. Bohm, another frustrating day in progress. He's 0 for 2, now 0 for 18, both times up with men in scoring position. A line out and a strikeout. The 0-1, and that's upstairs. Myers right over the top. delivery. He was originally drafted by Baltimore. And man, has he had a journey through baseball. The 1-1 on the way. Bohm swings and hits it foul out of play right side. Got traded for Tim Beckham a year after being drafted. Got traded later for Junior Caminero. And then was a cash deal going from the Guardians to the Giants. With the Giants for a while. The pitch swung on, line to right, and over towards the line. Collins lays out, missed it. It'll go to the corner. Bohm around first. He's headed for second and thinking about third. Collins with some trouble in the corner. Can't dig it out. And Bohm is sliding into third with a triple. I don't know if Collins misread it off the bat. He took a strange angle at it, then had to dive at the last minute. Maybe the ball just took off on him. Either way, he couldn't get to it, and Bohm's got himself a triple. It's third of the year.
Yeah. That's a slicer the other way. You hit that as a right hand, that ball is going to go away from the fielder. Well, that's a big chance for Collins. Did not pay off laying out for that.
And we can't see what happens when it gets deep in the corner like that. Infield in now. Bryson Stott. Scoreless game. And the pitch. Breaking ball stays high. Myers was claimed off waivers by the White Sox. Then he got cut by the White Sox, just totally released and signed with the Brewers prior to the 23 season. And he's finally made it to the big leagues. His 1-0. And that's a strike over the outside part of the plate.
Alec Bohm doesn't have a lot of triples in his career. He was coming into second base and picked up Dusty, and Dusty was doing everything he could to coax him to third base. He's going nuts over there, which is perfect.
The 1-1. And Stott takes another strike. That ends at 0 for 18 for Bohm there, that triple, and now Stott wants timeout. Got two cracks at it here with Stott and then Turner with a man at third base. Phillies are 0 for 4 with men in scoring position today. The Brewers are now 0 for 9. Myers comes set below the letters, and the pitch. Stott swings and fouls it back. 1-2 now. The left side of the infield, Durbin and Ortiz, they're staring up into the sun, coming through those paneled windows out in first base side. Myers the 1-2 again, and it's pulled on the ground. Backhand Vaughn, he's got it, checks the runner, steps on first. There's out number 2.
Pretty good play. On down at first, he's all the way in, so he gets a nice little long hop off that grass. Dang it.
Well, now it's up to Turner, the hits leader in the National League. He's 0 for 3 today. Looking for a go-ahead base hit here. Myers ready and deals, and the pitch taken. It's a strike called. Turner has struck out, grounded to short, and tapped out in front of the plate to the catcher. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul down the third base line. And Myers, like Ranger Suarez before him, looking to get out of trouble. The runner at third base. 0-2 on Turner. Myers ready. He kicks the pitch. Swing and a foul. Still 0-2 on Trey Turner. Hitting .339 over his last 39 games. 0-2 pitch. Swinging another tapper foul. This one pulled down the third base line.
Oh, that splitter up there. I got to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that he doesn't bounce that ball more. He has terrific control of it so far.
Still 0-2. Turner twirls the bat, waiting on Myers. The right-hander has the sign, and he's ready. The pitch. Swing and a little looping drive to left. That's in for a base hit. Trey Turner with a 2-strike single to left has finally gotten the Phillies on the board. Breaking the scoreless tie here in the 7th. It's 1-0 Phillies.
I just said he doesn't bounce many, and I think he's afraid to bounce it with a runner on third, and therefore he leaves it up just enough for Trey to get the barrel on there. Not even the barrel, just the end of the bat. You're going to throw the split, you have to trust your catcher.
Just a soft single for Turner, his 68th run batted in, his 174th hit. It gives the Phillies the lead, and the Brewers will say goodbye to Tobias Myers. They'll make a pitching change here. Brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Phillies grounds crew.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game.
Now look to dive for that ball by Bohm and try to stop a single and end up with a triple. Here's Schwarber, and the throw to first will chase Turner back. Schwarber 0 for 2. He's now got just 6 hits in his last 46 at-bats. 4 of those 6, the 4-homer game against the Braves. Zastrisny with a pitch. Take it. It's a strike. Outfield straight away here against Schwarber. Still hitless in the series, 0 for 9. Walked his first time up today. 0-1. And a pitch. Check swing. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from Jansen. Down to second goes Turner. No swing, says Jim Wolf. And another man in scoring position, and we'll pause for station identification here on the Phillies Radio Network.
WPHT, WPHT, WOGL 8.
Out pitch moves Turner into scoring position. Schwarber waits the pitch. Swing and a ground ball towards second. Monasterio with it. He'll throw to first, and Schwarber is the final out here in the top of the 7th inning. 1 run, 2 hits. Phillies take the lead. They leave him in. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stretch time in Milwaukee. Phillies 1, Brewers nothing.
The playoff push is on, and you can find all
Phillies turn to their bullpen here now with a lead of 1-0. David Robertson will pitch the 7th. And he's going to get Blake Perkins to start it off. Switch hitter from the left side. The first pitch to him is a fastball for a strike. Bryce Terang has moved to the on-deck circle to bat for Ortiz, so it'll be Perkins, Terang, and Churio at the top of the order. Robertson, the 0-1. And Perkins shows bunt, takes a strike. And he's quickly down to the count, 0-2. Robertson, 2-0 record, a 3.12 ERA in his 10 outings with the Phils. Robertson, the 0-2. Swung on, fouled away. He's got 14 strikeouts in 8 2/3 innings. There's David Robertson. The 0-2 pitch. It's down low.
David throws a cutter, a knuckle curveball, slider, and sinker. Likes the cutter. He doesn't throw like all that hard, 92-93, but he's been really spotting it well.
1-2 on the way. And a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And Perkins waves off Jim Wolf, who kind of...
I thought he went.
Dips his head a little bit, looks back at Perkins. And now Terang introduced as the pinch hitter.
A little closer than I thought. He went.
Now the overhead shot looks fairly convincing.
Sure.
Jim Wolf, of course, made the check swing call on JT the other day that got Pat Murphy upset and ejected on Labor Day. Here's Bryce Terang pinch hitting. Dangerous hitter, the pitch. It's in for a strike. He's got 17 home runs on the season. Just coming off an enormous month of August. 0 for 2 this year as a pinch hitter. Here's the 0-1. And that's in there for a strike called. It's quickly 0-2.
That's the second or third time in the 3 games I've seen Terang play that he has taken till he gets 2 strikes. He was taken all the way there.
Robertson steps, kicks, and deals the 0-2. And it's outside. Tanner Banks back up in the Phillies pen. Jared Koenig on the mound in the Brewers bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. It's down low. 1-0, Phillies leading it. Terang trying to get aboard for the top of the order. Churio next. An all left-handed hitting bench today for the Brewers. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a high fly ball left field shallow. Circling in under it is Brandon Marsh. He's waiting. He's got it. And Terang is a pop out for the second out. 2 up, 2 down, and here's Churio. They're now into the single digits, their magic number to clinch a playoff berth. The pitch swung on and missed. Churio really late on that. Their magic number is 8 over the Giants to clinch a postseason berth. The pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs, 1-0. Phillies lead it. The pitch. That's in for a strike. Cutter. David Robertson.
Single digits already for this team.
Yeah.
Where are the Phillies at?
Phillies, a magic number of 18, I believe.
18.
One-two pitch. Foul back. That's for the division.
Okay.
For the playoffs,
right.
for a playoff berth, I think it's 14.
Okay.
But that might depend on the season series tiebreakers, and I'm not fully aware of all of those. But I think to clinch it straight away over the Giants would be 14.
Okay.
1-2. Swinging a ground ball, deep short, backhand pick, nicely done by Turner. The throw to first in time. Boy, sure-handed play there by Trey Turner to throw out Churio. And that's a 1-2-3-7 for David Robertson. We'll go to the 8th today in Milwaukee. Phillies 1 and the Brewers nothing.
Hey, Philly.
The mound for the Brewers. A couple of changes up the middle. Bryce Terang stays in the game, goes to second. Andrew Monasterio moves over to shortstop. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Harper 0 for 2 today. He's lined out, grounded out, and walked. Phillies leading 1-0 here over the Brewers in the 8th. And a pitch. Down low. Phillies are getting Matt Strahm ready for the bottom of the 8th inning. One and two. And the pitch. Down and away. Right-hander Joel Payamps is getting loose for Milwaukee. Got off to a disastrous start this season. He's back now after the injury to Shelby Miller. 2-2. Down and away. Shelby Miller, unfortunately, sounds like he may be headed for his second Tommy John surgery.
Oh. It's too bad.
Count is full to Harper. The left-hander's pitch. Swing and a foul off the catcher. Jansen has the mask rattled off again.
That last out, last inning, Trey Turner on the backhand was a nice job. It's just, you and I we were all talking about that play maybe a year ago. Does he make that play? And it's 50-50. You know, the confidence factor right now with Trey, he's catching the ball out in front really well, using the backhand side. That's the technique that Bobby Dickerson teaches. These guys have really bought into it.
3-2 again. Swing and a miss. Harper goes down swinging. 11th strikeout of the day for the Phillies offense. Got to bring up the catcher, JT Realmuto. Results and whatnot on his forearm. Jordan Romano was scheduled to throw a bullpen before the game today. Test out that finger inflammation. Here's a swing at a ground ball foul into the Phillies dugout. Nice catch, Mike Calitri. Oh, 1 on Realmuto. And the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Phillies with only 4 hits today, but they've made it work. They've got a 1-0 lead. Zastryzny ready with a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Pulled the string, and he was way out front. Boy, JT did have a hit today. It was not real pretty, but 4 at-bats. Here's Brandon Marsh. 0 for 2 today. Pitch. Strike called outside corner. Out-of-town scores, well, there aren't any. But when we bring them to you, they're brought to you by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. You'll feel the difference. The pitch. It's down low.
You ever just think about picking a different sport? Like, there's no games. The out-of-town scoreboard, you know.
Eagles haven't started yet.
Well, you could pick another, like,
I'd give that score.
0-0.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Start giving, like...
I don't think that one's going to be 0-0 for as long as this one was.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I think that's right.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Marsh, and the pitch. Missed outside. And it's 1 ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brandon drew a walk against the lefty reliever Ashby in the 6th inning. Zastryzny with a 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air, center field, not deep. Monasterio is under it, and he's got it. The shortstop puts it away. There's a 1-2-3 inning for the left-hander Rob Zastryzny. The Phillies will bring on their left-hander, Matt Strom, coming on as we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Phillies 1 and the Brewers 0.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or man.
And he faces the switch-hitting Isaac Collins, who leads off. Collins 1 for 3 today. Strom's first pitch on the way, and it misses inside. Ball 1. Got Contreras to follow, then Vaughn. So some big right-handed power hitters here in the inning. Strom with a 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and it's hit high in the air left center, but Bader's calling for it already. He'll make the catch. No, side saddle, back pedal setup there from Harrison Bader. Just kind of a routine catch.
Well, he didn't have to go back. He just went sideways.
Yeah.
When he goes backwards, then it's the back pedal show. I got to come up with a name for that. But what did you call it? What?
Well, he kind of side saddles. He kind of spins sideways, and then he starts backpedaling, a little back pedal shuffle.
Yeah.
Maybe he's already got a name for it. We should ask. There's William Contreras, and a swing and a miss by Contreras. Interesting, the Phillies opt to just go with Strom here. They used Kerkering yesterday, but in the past, this is kind of Kerkering territory. The 0-1. That's up high. Now, it's, I think, pretty likely if a right-hander was in here right now, Vaughn would get pinch hit for, but I think this is a matchup here you'd certainly think about having a righty on the hill. 1-1. It's up high. 2-1. Kerkering did pitch in last night's ball game. Maybe a little bit of a confidence boost for Orion last night.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on, bounced foul, third base side. Abner Uribe is up alongside Payamps. And the Brewer bullpen, should the Brewers get a run on the board. It's 1-0 Phillies here in the last of the 8th. The pitch is up high. And that runs the count full to Contreras, who has been aboard twice today, a hit and a walk. He's also grounded out. 4 hits and 10 at-bats in this series. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strom with a pitch. It's fouled back. Talking about Contreras on the pregame show with Rob Thompson. Phillies manager sort of lauding his 2-strike approach, his ability to use the whole field, cut down on his swing, send the ball the other way. And it makes him a tough out.
Yeah.
Strom again, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Breaking ball, and down goes Contreras for the second out here in the 8th.
Pitch right there from Matt Strom. Remember now, Matt Strom has changed a couple of little things. Not so much with windup or mechanics, more mental. Last year it was just fastball. When he had the good fastball at the top of the zone. He's dropped some velo. Now he's willing to do that. 3-2 sliders. Good pitch.
So now Andrew Vaughn. And the first pitch from Strom is in there for a strike. Good pitch, fastball. Outside corner at the knees. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 1-0. And that one is a strike called.
Take it. There's no doubt in my mind Andrew Vaughn is going to try to launch. So it's not about being careful, but be sharp, be precise.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, punched into right, and that'll be a base hit. As Kepler plays it on a hop, and that'll put a man aboard and bring up Caleb Durbin. And it's also going to bring out a pinch runner as Jake Bowers is going to run for Andrew Vaughn. Well, the tying run is on. The go-ahead run is coming to the plate. Durbin, 2 for 3 today. 10 home runs on the season. 2 outs in the 8th. Strom out of the stretch delivers in the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. And the ball dropped by JT. Bowers takes off for second. The throw goes into center. Now Bowers takes off for third, and he'll be there ahead of Bader's throw. And what on earth?
Tell me, did that? It just looked like it popped out of JT. I mean, it just bounced right out of his glove.
What it seemed like. He just dropped it. And Bowers took off, and then JT threw high, so that you would think is a pass ball and a throwing error on the same play. Now the runner at third base, the 0-1. And that's down and in. And a much easier task now for Durbin to try to get this game tied up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strom ready. Here's the pitch. And that's a strike called inside corner at the knees. What a pitch there. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. Strom ready. He kicks the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right side. It's out of play. Brewers hitless today with runners in scoring position. They do, by the way, scored a pass ball and an error. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strom is ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball center field, playable for Bader. Coming in, he's waiting, and he's got it. And Matt Strom works around the trouble in the 8th. And the Phillies, again, keep the Brewers off the scoreboard. We're going to the 9th in Milwaukee. Phillies lead it 1-0. Nothing. Brewers are 0 for 10 today with runners in scoring position. And Harrison Bader will lead off against Payamps. 1-0 Phillies lead it. First pitch breaking ball is in for a strike. Payamps with a good year last year. Absolutely terrible at the start of this season. He had an 8.35 ERA. The pitch is ripped to third past the dive of Durbin. It's down the left field line. It'll go to the corner. And Harrison Bader is on his way to second with a leadoff double. And we'll see if the Phillies can turn that into a little insurance for Joan Duran, who's loosening up.
think that's his 10th extra base hit already with the Phillies, Harrison Bader. He's got a big swing. Works well when he hits it on the barrel.
Here's Max Kepler. Payamps actually was designated for assignment in late May and went unclaimed, and so they outrighted him to AAA, where he's been pitching most of the year. First pitch to Kepler is a breaking ball down and in. Lefties in the big leagues this year, 15 for 33 on Payamps. It's a .455 batting average. Pitches outside. He went down to Nashville and he pitched to an ERA in the mid-4s for their AAA club. Two and 0 on Kepler. Payamps with a pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss again. Got to try to move that runner along. At the very least.
Well, yeah, now with 2 strikes, he's just going to try to survive. 2 sliders right there. So the ball is slower. You would think he could kind of just pull that. Swung right over the top of him.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Taken. A little bit high. Check swing. Did not go. Count is now full to Kepler. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball towards the shortstop. Bader will advance. And a 6-3 ground out for Max Kepler. He ends up doing the job and getting that runner to third base. Even with 2 strikes on it. And now Alec Bohm. Now Bohm's line drive base hit in the 7th inning turned into the go-ahead run. The only run of today's game so far. Infield is in against him, and the pitch is way outside. Isaac Collins came in and then sprinted towards the line and went diving for the ball. And it got by him, and Alec Bohm ended up with a triple. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. There's a strike in the inside corner. Trey Turner would drive him home. All 4 infielders right to the edge of the grass. The 1-1 from Payamps. Inside, backs him off the plate. Payamps ready at the belt. And the 2-1. Breaking ball, down and away. Three and 1. The stretch. And the pitch to Bohm. Breaking ball. That drops in for a strike. Payamps made 68 appearances. Made 69 appearances the year before that. 23 and 24. He was a busy man for the Brewers. Count is full with 1 out. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Foul tipped it, hung on to by Jansen.
Men on third with less than 2 outs over the last 10, 11 games or so has just been an issue with the Phils. Now Trey Turner picked him up with 2 outs earlier today. We'll see if Stott can do the same thing.
It's 13 strikeouts for the offense today. Here's Stott. Runner at third, the pitch. Swung on line to right, a base hit. Down the line, it'll go to the corner. Bader will score. Stott around first, headed for second, and he'll be there with a stand-up RBI double, and the Phillies now lead 2-0. Wasting no time, Bryson Stott, with his 19th double, goes after the first pitch from Payamps and doubles the lead.
How about the middle, the 2 guys up the middle today? Playing some great defense, using the corners. One of the things Kevin Long talked about with Stott was trying to get out of or stay out of so many two-strike counts. Well, that's one way to do it. Just ambush.
Here is Turner. Stott leads at second. The pitch. It's up high. Duran ready to go in the ninth. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Brewers. 1-0. And that's a strike called. And Turner did not like that call. And I can understand why.
Yeah, I didn't like it much either.
1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Breaking ball. It's hit hard on the ground, but right at Terang, who's up with it, throws to first, and that'll do it. But bookend doubles, Bader and Stott, and the Phillies tack on a run. That'll send us to the bottom of the ninth. Johan Duran coming on as the Phillies lead 2-0. In all of their games against division leaders, that being Toronto, Detroit, Houston, Phillies, and Dodgers. Here's Danny Jansen, first pitch, and it's inside for ball 1. 16-4 in those games. This would be just their second loss, and 2 at the hands of the Phillies. Wind up, and the 1-0. And that's in there for a called strike. They swept the Dodgers in the season series this year. 6-0. 1-1. Chop off the plate, back towards the mound. Duran in to field it, throws to first, 1 away.
I wonder how many of those games you're talking about were during that incredible winning streak that the Brewers had.
Was before that.
Okay.
And early July. Monasterio, and he squares the bunt, takes a little bit low. Since their 14-game win streak ended, they are 8-10. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. And obviously they have a healthy lead on the Phillies for the top spot in the National League postseason. 1-1 pitch. And that one is down low. But you never know. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch. That's down and away. Well, you see Brandon Marsh, he's the last one on the field to have to deal with that sun coming through the windows on the first base side. And it's getting worse and worse for him, I think, right now. 3-1, Duran with a pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, center field. It's well hit. Bader is back to the track, at the wall. He leaps. He's got it. Harrison Bader brings it down. Harrison Bader with another robbery at the fence in center.
Man, not only is the catch is fantastic, and now he has to deal with some sun as well, but boy, does he time this perfectly. Full glove center fielder. I just love the emotion after the play. He doesn't try to hide it whatsoever. Brandon's over there. They do a whole jump, whatever you call it. Chest bump. That was great. Great play.
Sal Frelick will pitch hit here for Perkins as the final hope for the Brewers in this one, in the pitch. And that is in there for a called strike one. That was going to be close whether that ball leaves the park, but the pitch is up high. He times it perfectly. There's a band of yellow at the top of the padding there, and that was probably going to flirt with that very top of the wall.
No crab walk needed.
1-1. And Frelick bounces one foul down at the plate. It's spinning up the first base line, but it stays foul. This game was scoreless until the 7th. Trey Turner, a 2-out, 2-strike single to bring home Alec Bohm, who had tripled from third base. One ball, 2 strikes. Duran ready. And the pitch to Frelick. Swung on, sliced down the left field line, but that is a foul ball. Duran going for his 10th save as a member of the Phillies. One ball, 2 strikes. And Duran ready. Here's the pitch. Goes to the backstop over the head of JT. Right. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They might need a new baseball after that pitch.
I think so.
Yeah.
Duran ready. And the pitch.
Wow.
Slaps it foul. He's still alive. That ball was nearly behind him when he hit it. Two and two. His bat, the end of his bat hit the ground. 2-2. Fouled off again.
This is full protection mode at the plate, and Frelick spread out, chokes up a little bit. He's literally just jabbing at it with his bat, just trying to get literally the barrel in the way of the baseball.
This will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up. The windup in the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the ball game's over, and the Phillies win the series in Milwaukee as they take 2 out of 3 from the Brewers with a 2-0 shutout win here in the finale today.
Just spectacular. Some terrific defense. That's been something that up the middle, when you talk about strong up the middle, the 2 guys, shortstop and second, of course, they've been terrific. And now you get Bader out there making that catch. And Ranger Suarez, hats off. Last game and this game, he's had to pitch with traffic, and I think it's been good for him as far as to understand he can still get outs with guys on base and use all of the pitches. Really good job by him.
Well, the Phillies starter, Ranger Suarez, gets the win. He's got 3 relievers to back him up to help complete the shutout. It's the Phillies' 12th shutout win this season, and they don't get a ton of hits, but they made them count and then some, as the Phillies today had just 6 hits. They were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position compared to 0 for 10 for the Brewers. So not a ton of chances, but or a ton of moments where they cashed in, but the pitching made it all stand up, and they got some big 2-out hits to secure the win and the series.
Brewers are good, man. I mean, they're no joke. They get up there, they make every at-bat tough. I mean, it's an absolute battle, and that's what the Phils are in for the entire month, really, with all the teams. But the Brewers are something.
Well, the Phillies, after the win on Monday with a quick turnaround from the Sunday night game, they come here to Milwaukee. They got the off day Tuesday, but come last night, I mean, really, gosh, you take away the first 5 hitters of the game last night, the Phillies are not far away from thinking about a sweep in this series. The way last night went, you can't obviously erase it, but the Phillies have to feel good about the way they played this week in Milwaukee.
Yeah, bullpen, good bullpen. I thought Matt Strahm was terrific today. D-Rob, of course, has been really good from the right side, somebody they have to have. I think he's come in and really helped. And then, of course, the closer, he comes in. I just thought they did a really nice job up and down, especially in that back end of that bullpen. No doubt about it.
Phillies today with 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error, and one of those big hits off the bat of Bryson Stott, who drove in the insurance run today in the 9th inning, and Bryson has got the headsets on downstairs. Bryson, congrats on the win.
Thank you. That was good.
Yeah, good win. Good one to win a series here against a really good ball club.
Yeah, they're really good, and they do all the small things well, and they're not going to beat themselves. So those were grinds for sure, and good series.
Hey, Bryson, what are your swing thoughts throughout the game? For example, I mean, Peralta, he throws so many stinking pitches. He's all around the plate. Do you adjust pitch to pitch, or is it like, okay, this time you can kind of see what's happening, especially later in the game?
Yeah, you kind of get an idea and their tendencies, and he's very good, and he has that crossfire, so you think the ball's in one spot, and just the angle he's throwing the ball from, it ends up in a different spot. So he's got a ton of pitches, and they're all really good, and he looked great today.
He's got a ton of pitches, and this ballpark has a ton of different looks for your eyes. We were wondering, we don't know. I mean, is it hard to see the weird shadows of the windows, and sometimes the roof's open, and then, I mean, today seemed like really over the top.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. It's like at bat to a bat. You hope a cloud comes and things like that, but it's really tough in the field early on in the game because the sun's all behind home plate. So the outfielders were saying they had a tough time seeing the ball kind of off the bat and step or two late on some ground balls. But yeah, it's funky for sure.
We always talk about being strong up the middle. You two up the middle. You and Trey have been doing such a great job. JT, of course. What about this guy in center field?
Oh, the big hits.